Hi, you guys. I hope you had a great week. Oh, my lipstick's all messed up. Let's dish some dirt. Let's get dirty, shall we? Let's talk about how Melissa Gorga and Teresa Giudice, depending if you're Italian or not, want to come at each other through the press in different interviews, and their fight is intensifying off camera as we're only on season 13, episode 1 has just aired. We're about to go into episode 2, which I will cover this week. But they are just coming for each other as much as possible in the press junkets. Now, these press junkets were done a little while back, but they knew already what might make the cut, and they are mitigating, and attacking. So let's get into this. So by now you've probably figured out that Teresa has gone back and watched all the seasons of Real Housewives of New Jersey to come into this season prepared. She really felt the need to, because she knows the hot button with the fans is the relationship between her and her brother. And since it went so pitong, and she got so much fan backlash after, not inviting Melissa to the wedding and the last reunion, because Joe storms out after she calls him a bitch boy. She was like, I've got to come prepped and ready to rock. She needed ammunition. She needed to figure out, where did Melissa lie or fail her or what, and she hates watching the show. So this was torture for her. I want you guys to know. I mean, it is torture watching yourself on TV, 100%. Once you do it once, though, you get into it, but it is tough. So this was brave. But it shows that she was ready to bring guns blaring. So now I'm going to play you an interview that Melissa did to try to counter Teresa doing this, to try to bring shade upon it. Here's what Melissa Gorga had to say about Teresa going back in time to study the old seasons that she never watched in order to come in this season more prepared for dealing with Melissa and Joe Gorga.
Yeah. Let's just go backwards more than we already have. Does that make sense to anyone?
If she has to take away something from doing that, what do you hope she learns?
I would like her to see her behavior as well for the last 12 years. Please go back and watch. I want to move forward. I love the new girls. Please bring the new girls. I need refreshers here. We need new and refreshing. If Teresa wants to bitch about 2010, she can bitch all on her own. I'll be hanging out with the new girls, doing something fun and refreshing.
She goes on to say she doesn't care about what happens in 2010. And then she says,
So where does it go from here? Can you both exist within this friend group and then break the fourth wall on this platform together moving forward?
I don't know.
What's your hope?
I don't see it as much as I used to. I don't see us as of now, as sad as it is. I don't know where we go from here. If I'm being honest, this is definitely the lowest of the low.
By the way, that's Bryce Sanders. Then Christian Grey Snow, who's an influencer, did this little funny clip. I loved it. It was so funny. But it captures a really good point from a different perspective, which is Teresa's. Let me play it for you.
I gave birth on the show.
Another one, thank you.
I went to prison on the show.
Another one, thank you.
I got divorced on the show.
Another one, thank you.
I got married on the show.
Another one, thank you.
I buried my parents on the show. This is what I've done. And her story is I didn't return a text message.
So if you don't know what Teresa's talking about with the text message, you probably haven't watched Real Housewives of New Jersey season 13, episode 1. But you don't have to. If you want, you can just go back to my last video under the Real Housewives of New Jersey playlist, because I recap it each week with the hottest gossip that's happening off the show. And you get the whole scoop, not just what Bravo wants you to see in the edit about the text message that Melissa Gorga put forth. A lot of stuff going around about that. Just a few days ago, Teresa looks like she's in Vegas with Jacqueline Laurita. And this is interesting because Jacqueline and Teresa were at odds and she was Melissa Gorga's friend, but she's been coming out against Melissa Gorga, calling her a liar and like a bad person and can lie straight to your face. And now she's snuggling up with Teresa, which is really funny. I do think Teresa's trying to get some tea from her. I also think that, I think that's probably why she's with her. Here's another article recently that just dropped. Real Housewives of New Jersey, Jacqueline Larita admits to feeling used by Melissa Gorga and clarifies why she blasted her former co-star for lying about 4 nose jobs. Something about New Jersey and noses, you just can't move off them. So you might remember her back from 2012. Jacqueline, she had said that Joe Giudice had cheated on Teresa and she caught him with a woman under the desk or something. This was back in 2012. So this was, I guess, a storyline, Juicy Joe and all that. So remember the beginning of this video where Melissa's like, I want to hang out with the new girls to Bryce Sanders. I'm happy. Let's refresh. More like she wants to use the new girls to make herself look good and distance herself from Teresa right now because Teresa's sort of on the climb up the mountain versus down the mountain. And Melissa, with all these friends coming after her, is going down the mountain. So I'd say Teresa's on a deep dive mission right now. Remember, she just got acquainted or reacquainted with what was on the show, and now she might be doing her own deep dive. One of Melissa Gorga's friends went on The Real Andy of Beverly Hills, and she said that the falling out happened with Melissa and Teresa at a bachelorette party for Melissa Gorga. I'm going to see if I can find that clip for you guys. It's just a real short one. You should watch the whole interview on Andy's channel. He's a sweetie, and he deserves it. But in the meantime, I thought that this clip was really interesting given that intel, because I really think we need to finally understand what really broke these two women apart in such a complete way. Because as I understand it, they were very close before the bachelorette party. Then something happens, then they're not. Then the show happens and Melissa betrays her on that front and she's like, done.
The last words that Joe Giudice said to my brother-in-law was, if you want your money, sue me for it. Just pay him the $1,000. I mean, your wife's wearing more than that on like her feet.
They're both at fault, just like we're both at fault.
I don't feel that I've ever done anything to you that...
That's what you feel.
What have I done to you? What have I done to you?
I'm not bringing up the past.
Okay.
I mean, we both need to meet halfway and make it work. And let's get to the place that we were when you and Joey first met.
Okay, listen carefully to this part.
I treated you like a sister in the beginning. If you would have did the same to me, Melissa, we wouldn't be here.
I did treat you like a sister.
No. We were good in the beginning. Then you got mad. I would call you. You would ignore my phone calls. You would push me away.
I ignored your phone calls, Teresa.
You pushed me away.
I didn't push you away. You gave me no choice but to run away.
Okay, now let's listen to Melissa Gorga's friend talk about this, kind of what's reflected in this old clip.
Why do you think that Teresa has never been able to really connect with Melissa? Like, you have known them for so long.
She was trying to. She was so excited about them getting married. I remember we were all there. They had a little engagement thing at the house right after they got engaged. So she was so excited. She never had a sister. I remember her saying she couldn't wait to have like a sister. She kind of really looked forward to when Melissa, her friends and people would come over. She would kind of get a kick out of us. And she would like laugh at us. And then I think it stemmed from Melissa's bachelorette party, where it stemmed from like the downfall with the two of them. And then it just seemed like they never got along after that.
They never.
So what the hell happened at this bachelorette party? I mean, who's producing New Jersey? Do I need to get a job over at Shed or what? I would imagine that this week there'll be a lot more, throwing of rocks between Melissa and Teresa as they try to manage the fans' opinions. By the way, here's some opinions I want to share. All right, so here's a few that I got. I'll read some of them. Yes, let's go back to see how Melissa and Joe took down Jacqueline, Kathy, and Rosie I'm over their crap. It's sad, actually, because family is so important. Melissa's a snooze fest. I don't care. Trey is deflecting, so no one focuses on Louis this season. True dat. Can't stand either, but I want to keep Teresa and get rid of Melissa. Trey adds to the show. However, she said that she wants to leave in a few years to move to California. So what then? They are both trash. Oh, well, you know, aren't we all? Just kidding. All right, Teresa's a moron. Melissa's a social climber. They deserve each other. Well, there's always that. And then I think Melissa knows she's caught and is trying her damnedest to hide it, basically. And first time that I didn't bother watching is the last. By the way, for my friends that saw the live I did about John Fuda, Rachel Fuda's husband's case with Mercedes-Benz and all that, remember, with his company, the Valet King, they still are in a legal debate over that problem. Boy, it's slow, isn't it? It's been like a year. Yeah. Still active, though. They're still fighting the Valet King. By the way, did you know that Rachel Fuda also owns a tile company, Fuda Tiles? And in addition to owning Fuda Tiles, she knows Frank Catania's current girlfriend. That's kind of new stuff that's coming. Rachel has a stepson and a brand new baby girl and a daughter who's like 3 or 4 years old. Her stepson looks like a real class act. I like him. He should tell her to stop messing with her nose. The shade. I hope you guys had fun on this one. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. As you see, you never really do know what you're going to get on my channel. Big kiss. Till we meet again.